Sorry, Wheezy. Oi! I just felt like stealing it. Welcome to another 5-star edition of Props to Consider and Then Maybe Bet. I am your host. I am the paragon of virtue, Lou Betya. And welcome, guys. And I am joined. We have a pay-per-view coming up. We got UFC 295, and I'll make this simple. I'm going to have a pay-per-view. I'm going to do a prop show of a pay-per-view. Who better to have than Mr. Pay-Per-View? Hey, RVD's one of my old nicknames. Stop that. Who better have than Mr. Pay-Per-View, Cody, Blood Money Bets, who, before I let him speak, I'd like to clear this up from the weekend. So if you don't know, Cody and I and 8 other cappers are in a competition on Brady's channel. We do best bets for every card. And I have wire to wire led this competition until Saturday when Cody hit. You want to tell the people?
Yeah,
Tell
man.
what you hit, dude.
Yeah, well, I was down 10 units, Lou. Like he said, man, he's been killing it all year, and he's still killing it. I mean,
I will have my revenge.
He will, and I know you're gonna bring the heat. And I said that lie because you're only 8 shows in, right? And I got 9. So
Brady's gonna rig this whole thing for me, so it's not gonna matter.
Oh, I already know. Not. But no, man. Yeah, I was down about 10 units, and I picked Eduardo Mora for the second round TKO because I just thought that Ruiz, that's how she gets beat, is TKO, and I thought she was tough enough to survive that first. It was plus 1,000, and then I made that my best bet, so I hit 20 units on that, and then I hit another 3. I think I won about 16 or 17 units on the day, so it got me a little lead now, man. Feeling good, feeling fresh, you know.
I think there's only been 2 20-unit bets on the show. That one, and then Ed Herman Yambags was 20-1.
And that was and that's a freaking great bet too. You know what I mean? So it's been neck and neck. This is the 2 champs right here, the double champs, man.
I know it's gonna be at least a fun competition. Like now, I got some competition. Let's go. Just want to shout out the chat real quick. We got Chronic Combat, my boys. Speaking of the devil, we got Brady here. We got our guy Daz, Juicy Q, the king of finding BetMGM crazy props. I'm going to tell you right now, this Bears-Panthers games tonight, I like the over. I think this game is going to actually be like wildly crazy entertaining. Chicago plays the over a lot. Bajent season. We got Melange. We got Get Rhythm. Congratulating you. Underdog Fantasy. Nice partnership, my friend.
Thank you, Get Rhythm. Thank you, Lou.
Got our guy Sean V here. He supports us all the time. We got AK. We got my girl Kristen from up north, the hero of Canada. We got Justin Nelson. We got Glenn Bott. Before we start, Cody was showing me something that he got, and for anybody that knows me, I mean, I'm wearing a wrestling shirt right now. I'm wearing my Rusev Day shirt. Anybody that knows me, like, yeah, I'm a wrestling dude, like my whole life. But Cody just showed me the coolest shit ever, and if you would share on air, that would be awesome.
Yeah, man, I got this it's for the personal collection from when my daughter gets older and I ain't here no more. She'll have these crazy cards for to live on, but just got this in the mail today. Richard fucking Flair.
Richard Flair. Woo!
Woo! Hulk Hogan. I mean, you see, I love Ric Flair, bro. You see the painting and stuff, but and the Hulk Hogan, and it's the dual auto. And it's the 101, so that'll be nice when my daughter has that in a lot of years. So happy to get that, and I collect all different stuff. Like I got a LeBron James autograph rookie that's graded. I bought that off my buddy on LeBron's rookie year, bunch of stuff. But that's one of my I've been waiting for this to get here because I got it on eBay and I got to like certify it and do all this stuff. So
everything's like, I mean, I know this from like doing baseball cards back in the day. Like everything's got to get graded. It's got to get like. And you pay per card. It's not cheap. Yeah. Like you're not getting like a Mel Rojas like rookie card. You're not getting like a 10-cent card graded. Like it's gotta like be worth it. Look, I had a baseball card I sold. What's up, FC Crusader? I had a base. So when we moved from New York, when I was a young Lou, 13-year-old Lou, the McMinimans, this family that bought the house, were big sports collectors. I was a baseball card guy. You know, this is old school. This is the day of going to the shops, getting a couple of packs, like hanging out.
That's how I did it.
So he gave me all these cards, and it was like a bunch of like good cards, but not great. Like Nolan Ryan 3rd year, like shit like that, which was great. Which like, dude, I love.
Yes.
But he gave me a Babe Ruth 1936 Gaudy gum card. Now the card's not in great condition. It is a piece of cardboard. It's hard. But I'm like, I never even cared. I'm like, dude, this is phenomenal.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
And then like I started getting rid of my cards like in the 2000s. I'm like, I'm just done with it.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what this is valued at. Now, like you're thinking, okay, this is a 1936. So it turns out they printed a lot of them and the card's not in good shape. So I went to a store and they're like, we'd give you 400 for it. I'm like,
yeah, them cars, you know what they're gonna try to do.
So I paid to get it graded, and the guy said, I don't want to send you the card back because I want to buy it. I've never seen this. He goes, I'll tell you what it's worth, and then I'll tell you what I'll pay you for it. I'm like, okay. He's like, I graded it $2,300. He goes, they made a lot of them. He's like, it's actually more common than you think. He's like, I will give you $2,300 right now for the card. And I'm like, yeah, here's my PayPal, and let's fucking go.
The PayPal, yeah.
So I made 23. I mean, like
for nothing. You got it for free.
And it's cool because I just like, back then, like, and this is the last thing before we get to the props. I would like, I don't know if this is how it works with you. You seem like you're more individual cards, but back then, like, with baseball, especially, you'd go to the warehouse, right? Like sets and sealed sets. Like,
yeah.
So but you seem like you're like more like piecemeal with it.
Well,
like,
I'm no, man. I feel like me and you lived a real similar life because
yeah, we're old as shit.
Yeah, and I lived at the card shop. We didn't have phones and stuff, so like I lived at the card. Matter of fact, I got kicked out of the card shop for selling more cards in the card shop than the dude that owned it. Like they were like, you can't sell stuff in here no more and all that. But no, I feel exactly what you're saying. So I bought back in the day I would buy sets, but now yeah, I try to buy like individual cards of people that's going to be Hall of Famers that won't rate people. You know what I mean? So the value never goes down later on.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool. Like, it's always a fun hobby. And like, I remember doing the flip cards. Like, I'm sure you did that. Like, of course, flipping them in a cat and like winner takes all. Great way. Especially with like the scrubs. You're like, oh, good. I got like Bob Nepper.
Fourth
like,
year Bob
good.
Nepper.
Oh, good. More Larry Boa cards for my collection. But
Billy Ripken instead of Cal.
Oh, the fuckface card was like, go. You guys don't know. There was a card that came out where like he's holding the bat like this, and the barrel.
Right,
so there's a couple of errors that came out, and somebody had written like the word fuckface on the bottom of the bat.
Billy Ripkins.
And it was like that card. Yeah, but that card was like $70 at one point.
Yeah.
And they started doing like the white tape. They had the white tape card and the black tape card. Like, it's like, now it's Billy Ripken, man. Like, this dude, come on, man.
It's Cal Ripken's brother. So he's
like his Topps card was worth 6 cents. This card is worth 70. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, we are here to go over some of the best props on this card. Thank you so much. There will be blood. Definitely like and subscribe. I don't hate money. I do my best. I am up 47.7 units this year, 16% ROI. I know.
It's phenomenal because, dude, this is a tough year. Like, I don't care. Like, I guarantee there's a lot of people down money. I don't know how many people saying they're winning, but like, dude, I'm up like 30.7 on the year. And
yeah,
like,
you're a killer.
And that's with freaking, like, I've won, I think 17 out of 20 cards, but like, this has been a tough year to like, just like get all your bets right on a card.
And some of the cards I've seen you lose, it's like,
tough.
You've had a couple like really weird, bad decisions, but also it was guys like Renat were like, dude, I was all about it too. And like,
I got greedy. I went there thinking, should I bet the over 2.5 or this? And I go the over 2.5 minus 120. And it made me mad because I had it at minus 110. I gave it to my Patreon as like a top like 10 bet, like a number 7. And I wanted to bet it when I got to the casino. It was plus minus 125. So I was mad it moved a little bit and I got greedy. And when you get greedy, I'm telling you, your money goes away. Every time.
I did in fact bet the over 2.5 in that card.
That's the perfect bet. And that's what I had. That's and because I could do the Renat by decision was my 10th best bet. And the Renat
200.
Yeah. And the Renat over 2.5 at minus 110 when I gave it out was my 6th best bet. And I went with the 10. That's greed, dude. And I don't never do that. I don't.
It happens. It felt good. And it was a good card. It was a cool card. So I get that. It wasn't a pay-per-view, but it was like, but it kind of felt like the next level, like right below a pay-per-view, that Brazil card. That was cool.
Yeah.
We got some bangers coming up, but let's get to this card, which I love from a betting perspective. I love from a prop perspective. Since we both have a bet on we don't know what our props are. Anybody that's watched the show knows. I don't want to know. I like being surprised in there. All right. We both have a bet on the Sadikov Slava fight. So we'll find out what that is later. What's your first prop to consider and then maybe bet for the viewing audience?
So I like the Rebecca fight. I think that's going to be a really good fight for him. I mean, I had actually max bet him against Narulo because that dude can only wrestle. Like his striking's not that good, and I thought Rebecca was going to out wrestle him. But my best bet for this fight at plus 800 is Rebecca by third round KO. I like him to just sit there and beat up Roosevelt Roberts. He's coming in on super short notice. I like him to beat him up over the 2 rounds. Maybe get some ground control time. Beat him up there. Just work on. I mean, dude, Rebecki's a beast, man. This dude's good. He puts a pace on people. He's strong. He's well rounded, and I think that he beats up Roosevelt Roberts. I don't mind Roosevelt Roberts taking this chance to get back into the UFC. It's perfectly fine, but he's going to take a beating for it. Rebecca has more knockouts than submissions, and I think that he just wears on Roosevelt Roberts, gets him out of there. Maybe not as flashy as Bahamondes did in the 3rd round with that spinning wheel kick, but just it could be leg kicks, just attrition of violence on him. So give me Rebecca, 3rd round KO plus 800.
Love it too. The short notice is big. As I just showed that on the screen with our guy like Melange. This is the prop that I cut. It's 3 props, but Cody and I talked at this pro.
Yes.
I'm like, I'll get rid of this one. I'm like, Madsen KO, man. Gordon's chinny. So there you go. You guys got a bonus prop there. And the round 1, you're getting a great price, man. I saw 1,600, so that's 22 to 1 is great. I really do think he can do it. But yeah, I like Rebecca here. I like the round 3 look. All right, let me get to. I'll start with my crappiest one. Steve Erceg by submission. It's only 4 to 1. Look, man, Costa's taking it short notice. I always get sketched out by these spots like to start because you have Erceg who came in as a big dog against Dvorak and showed up, showed out. And my buddy Big Steve, shout out to Big Steve MMA. My dude Big Steve, he's Aussie, like loves Erceg. Like Erceg's his dude. And I just think that like you look at like the way he finishes fights, like his striking is really good. He's not like grappling heavy, but he knocks you down and then clubs and subs you. And like, I don't know, man. Costa, he's kind of hittable. He looked really hittable against Albazi. I think that Erceg can eventually get him down and then just wrap the neck. And I think it probably comes early, but the plus 400 for the sub, I thought was like, for a guy who like, that's what he hunts for after he hurts you. I think that's a really good price, especially on a short notice guy. I don't know if you have any action on that fight. Like, I love Erceg money line. I already hit, but you muted. You muted, you rookie.
Freaking rookie. No, I wanted to, but my casino didn't offer the line. And then by the time it did, it was like he was like minus 190. But I like what you're saying, man, because he hurts people. You've seen him hurt Dvorak. He tried to submit him after that, and that's usually what he does. And I like that Erceg money line. I mean, he's a lot bigger, full fight camp, and he's pretty dangerous. So, and we've seen Costa. I think he's been finished in all 3 of his losses, at least 2, maybe all 3.
I don't mean this insulting, but like I was just talking about this with my girlfriend like the other day. Erceg's like not Erceg, but like Erceg's not a good looking man. but that makes me like him in a fight because it means the dude's been hit a lot. Like, yeah, like if you go to eat somewhere, if you take the missus and go get a meal, you don't want like a skinny dude cooking your food. You want a fat dude. You want a dude that enjoys food.
Yep.
Right. I want a dude who's been like. That's why I don't bet Sage Northcutt. I want a dude who's been beat the fuck. That's why I love Darren Elkins. Give me a dude who looks like he's been beat the fuck up. I'm like, well, that guy because you see an ugly dude, that dude in the 3rd round, he's fighting for your motherfucking money.
Yes, sir. That's what I need, dude. When I'm betting people, one of the most I'm like, I need you to fight for my money. Yeah. So like even Bomb Fiend, like he did though, man. Even when he was like tired, he was throwing them big uppercuts. But like Dolby, when did Dolby do that? That motherfucker just went to split decision with Warley Alves, who gassed.
I'm surprised the finish happened, but like we were, like for you guys, we were talking about it before the air. Like Bonfim, anybody that says he got fraud jack, like listen, he's gonna be back better than ever. Like I think he grows from the loss. Like now he knows. Maybe don't expend all your cardio and like and that's what happened. I think that he kind of expended too much cardio going for finishes, and Dolby is like just a weirdly tough dude, man. Like
he looked big out there too, man. He looked like way big, like thicker, just a lot thicker than Bomb Fiend. Hey,
I don't like hearing this. This conflicts with my. Well, I don't want. I'll talk about that bet on the show tonight. But yeah, good looking, bro. Dolby. By the way, Dolby definitely had the sex that night.
Yeah, dude. Red panty night.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sure. All right. What is your next prop to consider in the main bet? I know you want to talk about the Godinez Ricci fight, so let's get to that.
Yeah. This is my smallest one, but it's one I want to give out to the people because I think they need to get the money. And I like Ricci by decision. Plus 160.
Your boys here.
I think she gets this done. What up, Mushroom, Chronic Combat? Everybody.
What was the number?
Plus 160 is what I seen to win, and she's like plus 150. I do not get it. Tabitha Ricci. I try to tell people last week about Angela Hill over Gomez. Like there's certain stuff, dude. Tabitha Ricci, people are so sold on her striking and grappling, and she's not great at striking and she's not great at grappling. Like, you know what I mean? If she fights a good striker, she gets outstruck. If she fights a good grappler, she's gonna get out grappled. I think Ricci's gonna out grapple her, dude. I think she's gonna judo toss her. I watched Elise Reed judo toss freaking Loopy. Of course, Loopy reversed it because it's Elise Reed's a Taekwondo girl, but when Ricci does that, she's going to hold her down. And this is Ricci, all four of her, all five, if you go back to Manon Farrow, all five of her opponents have been over 5'5" or 5'5" in the UFC, all of them. And she's finally getting a girl that's her size at 5'2". Everybody thinks Loopy's going to be so much bigger than her. Dude, Tabitha Ricci's a little thick girl that's like muscle shoulders. Like, there's not going to be a big size difference. Her striking's pretty good. She moves really well. And I think that she's going to win the grappling, man. So, just give me Ricci by decision. Maybe she could get a sub because she's a high level black belt. Like when I was listening to these interviews with their coaches when she fought Polyana Viana, and they were saying that because she trains with Mackenzie Dern and all that, Ricci does, and they were saying she's so high level black belt, there's no way Polyana Viana is going to submit her. And I used that information as part of my bet, and she did. She was fine on the ground, and Polyana Viana is dangerous. I don't think Loopy's that good, man. Like, she lost to Jessica Panea. That was like 2 years ago. She doesn't impress me anywhere. And I think she slows down after the first round if she has to grapple. And I think she loses confidence. And her nose always gets broke. Always gets broken bloody. Like, at least bleeding every time. So give me Ricci, man. I'm confident on her this weekend. I bet her at plus 150 at 3 units at plus 150.
I have not bet this fight yet. To me, it's dog or pass. It's Ricci or pass.
Let's go.
This is going to be the kind of fight where I'm probably just going to bet the split decision and be like, all right.
That's not bad look either, probably.
But to your point, early in the week, I saw a lot of love for Godinez, and it's like haven't I been down this road before? No. I get why, but it's like, how much do you value, you and I cap, and we look at recency bias, and it's like, okay, if you look at her like Elise Reed win, it's like, but do you really value, how much do you value that?
Not at all.
And the thing is I know they're only 2 years apart in age, but Ricci seems to still be improving.
Yes.
We don't people don't cap this. I said it with Mora last week. I'm like, look, I don't like betting a minus 600, but who's more or no, it was in the Gomes Hill fight. I actually hedged out of this bet. I don't know. I felt I hedged out because I got nervous because I'm like, man, Gomes is the more likely to improve. Now Hill vet lessened her, and it happened. Yeah. And I lost 0 dimes on it. But the initial read was Hill. But I think this week my initial read was why are people loving Loopy Godinez? I feel like she is what she is. And she's tough, but she does stupid shit. To me, the Calvillo split decision, where I'm not even sure she won.
She didn't win that fight. She came out hot and slowed down after the first round, like she does. And her pace, pressure, everything slows.
Yeah.
Unless she's fighting Elise Reed.
I'm letting JB know he doesn't have I know he likes to go channel to channel and just say stupid shit, so he doesn't have to nobody's keeping you here. There's no rambling. We're explaining a fight, dude. Man, I'll save Frivola for third. Let's talk about the Borshev fight because I don't even know what you have here, but I'm gonna give my pick here. So I'll break this fight down later, on the happy hour. I like Borshev round 2 KO plus 900 here. I don't love Sadikov, man. I hate his striking defense. And people are the big argument is he has such a grappling advantage. It's okay, is Sadikov going to grapple for 15 minutes? I don't think so. He's fighting in New York. He's I don't know. Could he mix in takedowns? Yes. But Slava's get-up game's decent. And his cardio is good. Slava's hittable, but he's tough. And I think Slava's going to knock him the fuck out, dude, to be completely honest with you. I think he just pieced him up. But the one thing I've noticed about Slava, even in like the Duncan fight in the Contender Series, he takes time. He makes his reads. Like, Slava's not like, even against Dakota Bush, Harry Bush, you know, he lost the first 2 minutes. He's kind of getting his distance management. Like, he's kind of getting reads. And then he just starts exploding. And, man, dude, his striking is so elite. And it's all parts of the body, man. So leg kicks. Like, Elder, who is a headhunter boxer. And Elder's, look, I don't think Elder's, like, bad like other people think. But Elder is a headhunter. Like, he's not working the body. He's not working anything else. And Elder was repeatedly landing shots. Borshev's going to mix up his offense. He's going to be landing kicks, the liver shots, everything, dude. Like, he's going to completely mix it up. So I like Borshev to get his reads in the first and knock this fucker out and silence the New York crowd. Round 2, plus 900 odds. I know you have this fight. I don't know what your prop is, so I'm interested.
Round 2, Slava, what'd you say? Plus 800 or
900.
That's a crazy bet, Lou. That is a crazy bet. I'm gonna one up you.
Go round 3. You
round
go round
3, Slava plus 1400.
Let's go.
The way I bet him too, I haven't posted it. That's my 5th and final bet. Slava plus 120. Yeah, man. Like you said, everything you said. Slava's striking's elite, and Nas is very hittable. Like he wants to walk you down and kind of like bully you and put pressure on you. And in Derek Elder, like you said, he was sticking and moving and just piecing him up, hit him with some big shots. But Slava's way better striker, man. He's a really good striker. And the thing is, why I love the 3rd round, I mean, I could see the second, but why I really love the 3rd round is because I do think Nas is going to come out with that wrestling game plan. But like you say, he's not a wrestler. He's a striker that trains with wrestlers. Do you see
a path where he goes 15 minutes grappling?
No
way.
I really don't. And the main reason is if you watch Slava fight freaking Diakese or Mike Davis, which I think Mike Davis is way better than Nazim. Like, them guys landed like 10 takedowns on him, but they were death gassed by the 3rd round, and he was picking up the pace and putting good pressure on Mike Davis. And I think Mike Davis, and them dudes are bigger than him too. Like, Mike Davis is 6 foot, and he hits hard. They got great striking. I'm not impressed. I had Nazim against Elder, and Elder was winning that whole fight till that knee. The only thing that worries me,
never a doubt.
The only thing that worries me, man, is that Slava gets hit with knees. I've seen him get hurt by he got hurt by Dakota Bush with the knee for a second. He got hurt by Mike Davis with the knee when he was up against the cage. So he's got to watch that because Nazim does have them good ass knees. But man, I really like Slava here, man. I think that if this fight stays standing for 11 out of the 15 minutes, Slava's going to win the striking exchanges, man. He's tough. He's durable. He's never been finished. He's decent enough on the ground where if he gets taken down, he's not just going to get submitted. Nazim's tough as hell too. And he seems pretty prideful. So I think that if he lands a couple takedowns, Slava keeps getting up. He's just going to go, all right, we're just going to fucking fight. And he gets in a dog fight. And I think Slava's going to do better there, man. I think like Slava's got so many more fights in his life, with his professional kickboxing, all that stuff. His grappling's getting better every single fight. And when he gets taken down, he does not stop moving. He don't stop moving. And that's what wears people out. So I think Nas, not being a real wrestler grappler, is a striker first, might land a takedown or two, but once he sees how hard it is to even control Slava, it's going to be on from there. It's going to be a striking match. And then I got Slava all day in that. Let's go.
Also, let's be honest. We want to dance.
Yeah. Yes, man. That's what we want to see.
Dance.
That's what we want to see.
I'm willing to lay money to get the dance.
And the crowd's going to be going nuts. So
those are your 3 props. Let me get to my 3rd prop. So just so you guys know, usually guys that you watch the show, you know, the 3 props, main event, whatever. For this show, special because we liked it, 3 props, and we're covering both title fights and then the Yambag special. So I want to cover, I'm going to give you my Frivola, Benoit Saint-Denis fight. So listen. I think Saint-Denis probably kicks. Mellon is like, I swear Mellon is reading my notes. So look, I think more often than not, Saint-Denis leg kicks the shit, like just keeps leg kicking Frivola into like oblivion. I do, for the most part. I know a lot of people are on this Frivola round. I'm pulling this up. He has, by the way, what book are you using, Mellon? Because you're getting your odds are better than mine in a lot of these spots. So I have 10-1 for this.
What's your bet,
a lot
Luke?
of people a lot of people are like, oh, Frivola round 1. And it's like, I kind of think Frivola just has to survive round 1. And I'm going to live bet for Vola if it gets past the first. I think that, these issues of his chin, people are like, oh man, Reyes knocked him out. It's like, dude, I don't know how many fights back do you go when you tape, Cody? You don't go like 30 fights back.
No, I'm not. I want to see maybe 5, but unless it's like some guy I've never seen before, and I got to go back 5 fights to get to a wrestler or whatever. But no, I'm not. I'm like somebody was saying that about Angela Hill about her early losses. I'm like, I'm not going back to. She's not the same fighter as she was 5 years ago. She's so much. So like, I want to see maybe 3 to 5.
There you go. Okay, that's why I'm asking. So like. Everybody's like, man, but Polo Reyes knocked him out. It's like, come on, man. That's like a whole different, right? Like now, like if you want to use the McKinney fight, it's like, and McKinnon didn't even hit him like full flush. So that wasn't a great look. So if you want to say that, that's fine. He got caught. Like, that's fine. But like, the one thing I like about Frivola, and like I forget who I was arguing about this with. Frivola, do you think Frivola hits harder than Dos Santos Zaleski? Because I do. Like Zaleski to me is more of like an attritional finisher. Like he's more varied, but I think he's more attritional.
He knocked out Drew Dober. If you can knock out Drew Dober, bro, with
just boxing.
Yeah.
Like, no threats of leg kicks, dude. Just
I don't know if it's the accuracy or the power, but if you can do that, then I don't know who's hitting much harder than you at them lower weights at 170 or them. That's a big thing to do.
So I have Frivola round 2 KO 10-1, and then round 3 is 20-1.
Ooh.
I just think that like
that's not a bad look either, but if that's the way you're leaning.
Dude, Frivola's on a roll. He's at home. Look, I think Saint-Denis could fuck him up in like a minute. I'm not like anybody like listening to the show. This is a prop show. Like, I think Saint-Denis is the rightful favorite. I think he has a more varied attack. He's insane. Like, I get it.
He is.
But also, Saint-Denis, for me, when he fights, he's usually the bully. Like, I forget the fucking dude he fought like in France, but like even the last fight against Moises, and I had a bet on Moises like an idiot.
I had Benoit.
But he just like I said, I was like an idiot. But he bullied him like from the opening bell, and Moises had a couple of like hope spots, but like not really. Like he just got
hit hard enough.
But here's the thing: Saint-Denis can't bully Frivola.
That's what I feel.
Like, let's fucking go, dude. Like so. I wonder how it's going to go for Saint-Denis if Frivola's like, I took your best shot, dude. Like, and that second round starts and it's like that crowd's getting pumped. I think Frivola can get him out late. Like, I actually think you could bet Saint-Denis round 1 and then also bet the Frivola round 2, round 3. That's like, instead of betting any other, like, don't bet a money line, like, kind of approach it that way. And I see people getting the sub with Frivola. Like,
I see the KO if anything.
Yeah, nobody's fucking grabbing. I'm telling you right now, none of these motherfuckers are grappling. They're not grappling in this fight, dude. You know this. Could they both? Sure. Are they?
Even if they go to the ground, I don't think either one's going to really hold the other one down.
Frivola has good scrambles. And honestly, I don't think Frivola is not going for takedowns.
No.
The only world where Frivola goes for takedowns is if Saint-Denis comes out like middle of the second and he's so gassed. But even then, doesn't Frivola just like, fuck it, I'm knocking you out? Like, I don't know. I don't see a world where there's like really a lot of grappling in here. And the winner's going to look minus 1,000. That's the crazy part. Like,
beat up.
So I like that. I mean, I like that you at least see that side. Like, I think Saint-Denis wins, just for the record. I really.
That's how I feel. I picked him to win, but like I was so close to betting for Vola at plus 190 because, dude, like dude, I seen Gabriel Miranda stick Benoit.
Not a bad look. This isn't a bad look either, by the way. But
no, that's not a bad bet at all. I don't see Frivola getting choked out. You know what I mean?
I like, and by the way, I see like WL saying this. I mean, I get it, but like. I get it. Not like I'm not trying to talk anybody. Look, if that's your read, like I'm not trying to talk anybody off it. I just feel like this is the kind of fight with an amped crowd and a pay-per-view main card that like they're gonna be like, this is just gonna be like, let's fucking go.
It's gonna go.
And like let's gonna be like I feel like this is gonna become like a let's fucking trade fight. I think Saint-Denis can grapple. I just don't know, man. I feel like honestly, you know, it's like my real read on this fight is that he's going to kick steamroller in the ribs 10 times in a row, and he's going to break his arm, and then he's going to win the fight. Like, that's what I think is really going to happen. But if this thing gets out of the first, man, and Frivola's like, let's fucking go, you piece of shit.
It's going to be crazy.
And they're going to, and like, I want pictures of them having beers after this fight, because they're getting fucking, well, Frivola's like a big weed smoker, so maybe like this, maybe they're just getting stoned afterwards. But
let's go.
All right, we have covered the undercard. Now we're gonna get to the main event. So let's start with Pavlovich, Aspinall. I think we're on different sides of this, but I'm not certain. But go ahead, Cody. What do you got for this one? And then I'll lead off the main event when we get to that.
Yeah, I don't think many people is gonna like me this week on this, but dude, I'm gonna take Aspinall, and I'll just take him by sub instead of just trying to pick a.
I think everybody agrees with you this week.
I thought everybody liked Pavlovich, man. I mean, like, but like the thing is
I like Pavlovich.
I break down the tape. So like, here's what happened. I break down the tape. Both dudes are killers. They both like Pavlik hits you, you go down. Like Tom Aspinall hits you, you go flying across the ring. Like people don't want to get hit by either dude. But then it comes down to I just like Tom Aspinall's fast. He moves a little better. Like he bounces around, and that blast double super fast, right? And I kept going, bet Tom Aspinall. But then in the end, I'm like, just stay away from it, because like if I bet Aspinall, Pavlik's going to hit him with a big ass shot and he's going to go down. If I bet Pavlik, fucking Aspinall is going to land that blast double at some point. So I'm just going to stay away and watch as a fan. But give me Aspinall first or second round sub. Can you pick a bet like that?
I see like round 1, round 2, but
I see. Okay. But you can't do like round 1, round 2 sub.
You could do it. Nah, you could do a same. Well, you could do a same game where you do like under. DraftKings will let you do a same game parlay like that.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll price it out for you, dude. Tell people something interesting while I price it out.
Yeah, man. Like I said, sign my partnership with Underdog.
Yeah, talk
Fantasy.
About that, dude. That's awesome.
That's freaking awesome. Yeah. We was talking for a little bit, and then I used the app for a couple weeks. I wanted to check it out, see what it was like, because I've had some decent like offers from some other places. Most of them are probably scams and stuff, but I was always waiting for one that was legit. a legit organization and stuff. So yeah, I got that. If anybody wants to if you haven't used fantasy Underdog Fantasy, you can go there and you can do like, it's like higher or lower. Will there be 50 strikes or higher or lower, stuff like that? And then all the other sports, they have fantasy drafts. They're going to get the MMA fantasy coming up. But if anybody goes there and signs up, $10 to $500, you get 100% sign-on bonus if you use my blood money.
I would tell you people. So DraftKings, I have it priced out at about $380. I don't use FanDuel, but I totally forgot. Like you can
do that on.
Yes, I'm looking it up right now. They do the combos. That's not that. It's
So you did round 1, 2, and then sub.
It's about plus 400. I'm sure FanDuel will be 500 because they're fucking stupid. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. There's 3 fights on this card I went back and forth all week, and this is one of them. And the main event is one of them also. So this is a terrible prop to give out, but for these. I just think Pav like murks this dude, and I'm going to say why. So, Aspinall has so many advantages. Can go for takedowns. The one thing that we like nobody's like, the leg kicks are like if Aspinall wants it, because Pavlovich just he doesn't throw kicks, doesn't check kicks. He's just trying to get in a boxing range. I get it. I totally get it. Aspinall is the better mixed martial artist. I'm not even arguing this. But my God, Pavlovich has to hit him once, man. Like, that's it. And like, we don't like by the way, anybody like, and this, we were talking about like how many fights back do you tape? People being like, oh man, well, Pavlovich got taken down by Overeem. Like, stop, dude. This is like this. Stop. This is so long ago, man. Like, you don't think they've worked on this? I mean, look, Blades was at least threatening takedowns like 2 minutes into that round. Like, look, you and I are we're friends with Clint. That's, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Clint, I listened to him on Monday and he's like, man, Pavlovich was getting so tired 2 minutes of that fight. I'm like, what the I wrote him a message. I'm like, what the fuck fight were you watching, dude? What were you watching? Like, he didn't look tired. He's like a stoic Russian. He looked fine. And I just think that like I just think that Pavlovich can like kind of dead him with one shot. And the last thing I'll say is this. Again, I'm stressing Aspinall is the better mixed martial artist. But like, I think both their cardios are question marks. Like, we really we don't know Aspinall. Like, what if Aspinall grapples in the first round and doesn't get him out of there? Like, how does he look? We don't know. Like, I know how good Aspinall looks when he like lands a blast double and just like fucking murders a dude. But how good does he look going for 6-7 takedowns in a round? And then the second starts like, and then like, how does Pavlovich's power? Like, there's so much we don't know.
There's so much. Round. Yeah.
I just think that like, man, Aspinall, I just don't love the way he lives the chin in the air. And I don't know that I trust him. If Aspinall was like told us, I'm going to leg kick the shit out of him, I'd probably like 5-unit bet him. But I can't trust him. I can't trust him to do it.
Right. And he's got good kicks too, man. Head kicks and leg kicks. But like you said, it's
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, and also I do not think this fight, like, I don't know, man. This is gonna be just I'm so looking for if I lose the bet, I lose the bet. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be entertained for like
no matter what.
So like that's all you want.
Yep.
You know, because I'm paying for the pay-per-view. Let's just say there's a stream east of here that I may be using anyway. But let's get to the main event. Yuri against Pereira. Insane, cool fight. I am like 1,000,000% positive that you and I are on the opposite side of this. So I will make the case for Yuri Procházka. You're on Pereira, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I saw that bet. Okay, look. I don't have huge confidence in here. The prop I'm going to give out is Yuri's submission. I don't think it's 6-1. So I like that it's 6-1 for a prop where I think Yuri should have the grappling upside. Okay, look. So I'm not going to give any more context here. You know how we just talked about, like, if you're going to make tweets with bets, have a reason, even if it's a stupid reason.
Right.
My reasoning is Yuri Procházka, before his shoulder injury, was the scariest fucking dude I ever saw fight. This fucking dude is not only like a ninja, but he throws all sorts of weird angle. Like you can't get a partner in the gym to simulate this guy. I think I'm letting you know this right now. I have no bet on the side yet. And I may just lay off it completely. Like, I just watch it. I think Pereira has a lot of advantages. I think he's the more technical guy. I think working with Teixeira is going to be really good for him. I think his takedown defense is better than people give him credit for. Also, I don't know that Procházka is really going to go for a lot of takedowns, but he's so unpredictable. I really don't know, man. Dude, Procházka should take down the first just to make Pereira think that he's like doing it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. I feel like this is going to be just a fight. Somebody's going to get caught, and it's going to be close until somebody gets caught. I think that Pereira has a blind spot to the left cross. Like, it seems like Clint was talking about this, and this is something I saw. I feel like there's certain punches he doesn't read well. And then Procházka is so hittable. He's just kind of like a crazy psychotic. He's like, I don't care. But Pereira's the kind of guy you should care about, dude. Because he doesn't need much. I think Pereira, they're both, the kicks are going to be crazy for both. Dude, this is going to like hurt your soul to watch it. Like, it's going to hurt your body. You're like, oh my God, dude. Like, stop with the kicks, man. Like, stop. It's going to be vicious. It's like the movie Kickboxer, dude. What's Tong Po? Remember when he's kicking the post?
Kicking the post in the back.
And you're like, fuck, dude. Like, this guy's, I feel like
fucking shaking and dust is going.
Dude, they're both like that. Like, so look, I lean Procházka, not super confident, but I saw the sub prop at 600 and I'm like, what if he doesn't like how it's going on the feed? I don't know, man. Look, just anybody watching this, like, don't bet this prop. I just like giving out a prop that's not like plus 115 in the distance or whatever. Like, I think if Yuri has some success, if he gets Pereira down early, maybe he just goes back to it and he keeps doing it. But it's a great fight. I know you're on the Pereira side. I got to assume by KO. You're not betting decision here. So
yeah, I mean, I
make the case for Pereira, dude. It's fine.
I mean, I just bet this fight straight up. I got a bad line on Pereira, but I don't care if he goes to plus 500. He's cashing this bet. Dude, it's the shoulder injury. Like people, you can't skip over that. Like bro, like I got a right shoulder. My shoulder's messed up right now. Like I'm probably gonna have to have like a rotator cuff surgery. Bro, when your range of motion and all that stuff's
That's
messed
because you have too much sex.
Yeah.
You're the first person ever with a rotator cuff injury from all the sex.
Just all the sex. It's just, but I got two of them. I get two. Switch hitter. But no, yeah, man. I think that shoulder injury is gonna be freaking huge, dude. I think that Yuri's a crazy man, a wild man, not a crazy man, a wild man, like you say. And I think he's like Tony Ferguson. And I think when Tony Ferguson blew out his knee and chose to not go to rehab and just rehab it himself, and then came back 6 months later, where most people's out 9 months to a year, his career's never been the same since then. It hasn't even really been the knee. I think just everything was messed up. That's what I feel like Yuri did, man. Because like I know everybody's like, well, the Dana said, the doctor said that. I mean, Dana literally don't want to lose his best fighter that he had, but they thought that Yuri might not fight again. He's like, it's the worst shoulder injury they've ever had that the doctor had ever seen, the UFC doctor. So he goes and has this major surgery. You can go look at his pictures and see the big ass scar. And I just don't think his arm's going to be right. Then even if his arm is right, the man has no striking defense. His hands are down, which is awesome for him because he eats shots and then throws all these punches from these weird ass angles. That's not going to work with Pereira. You can't be hittable and just have your hands down with Pereira, because if he hits you, you've seen him knock out Sean Strickland, who's super durable, with just barely touching him, and then chased him, hit him with the other right. I just think that Pereira, man, and honestly, I'm 20% of my cap is just like, I'm gonna go with the dude that's got the messed up shoulder is gonna get beat, man. And then even if this fight, because like you said, I love Procházka. Don't think that I don't love him. I love the dude. It's just that it'd be like, I mean, it's crazy to come back that early from that big of an injury, because like most people's probably gonna be out. Like I was on Chronic Combat, and they were saying that it takes like 9 months to a year to rehab that injury. And that's what they were saying. He's a physical therapist. And he said that then you could get healthy and then you could start working out hard. So when did Yuri have this surgery, recover, start working out hard, and he's already back to 100% in less than a year? That happened like 11 months ago or something. So I don't know. I think he's a wild man. I think he pushed himself to come back, but I don't think he's going to be the same. But like I said, even if he is, he's too hittable, man. So let me get left hook Larry to get him with that left hook at some point, and then leg kicks and just the long jab. Like this is going to be a striking match, because Yuri doesn't really have good wrestling. If you watch him against like Dominic Reyes when he gets hurt, and dude, that's the thing too, is Yuri's been hurt in every single fight he's been in. Volkov hurt, or Volkan hurt him. Freaking Dominic Reyes hurt him twice and then knocked him out with an up kick, basically. And then he got hurt against Glover. So it's like the dude's hittable, he's hurtable, and you can't be like that with Pereira. Now, can Yuri land some crazy ass shot? Hell yeah, man. The dude's dangerous as hell, but I just don't think he's going to be the fully sane fighter again yet. So let me get I'll take the little edge and take Pereira.
All right. A very exciting fight either way. Like, I seriously, I'm probably not even going to bet aside here. Like, I like Procházka. Like, I want him to be like this bonkers maniac that like just wins fights by like, I hit like an elbow from like doggy style. Just like
doggy style.
I want him to win every fight by like, okay, nobody's ever won that way. Oh, absolutely. But anyway, we were at the last part of the show, and I know you have your show in 15 minutes. I want to get you out of here. If you guys are watching for the first time, this is the Yambag special. Also, if it's the first time you're watching, shame on you. Watch every week. I work really hard at this. We're talking about a point deduction. We're giving away a point deduction prop. No science here. The last one here. Hold on. I gotta, I have to put this up. Or is it gone? Ah, shit. Oh, Brady Ruiz, a dick. Somebody deleted this. It might have been me. The last one that I hit was Ed Herman and Zach Cummings.
Yo.
But we are betting a point deduction. It doesn't have to be a ball shot. It just happens to be more hilarious if it is. So, Cody, who is your Yambag special of the week?
My Yambag special of the week is, I'm going to go with Fola Benoit Saint Denis. I'm going to say that all them power kicks he throws to the body and the leg, maybe he catches Fola with one early on and catches him with one later. And Fola gets a point. Benoit loses a point for the old ball kick, the power ball kicks too. So
okay, so now I'm convinced this fucker stole my notes.
He knows your stuff. How is this possible?
I'm convinced he stole my notes. This is my favorite Yambag spot. So it's Orthodox versus Switch. If you guys watch the show, you know I like to look for Southpaw versus Orthodox. Like open up the kicks. The ball, the Yambaggle region seems to be more open. The reason by the way, I looked at the Santini fight for Yambags. I just don't think it goes long enough. Like I typically want to bet a fight that's going to go 15 minutes. I think I'm on the Kang side for the record. Like I'll break down why later. I'm on the Kang side. But I think it's a 15-minute fight. Castaneda fights like a fucking wild man. Kang, I think his boxing's slick. I think his wrestling's interestingly slick. I'm sure I can't even tell you like how I think. Oh, speaking of Mr. minus 500 parlay. Speaking of your boy, what's up, Johnny K Picks? Johnny, I'm telling you right now, even if it comes at my detriment, just fucking bet draws. Just bet every draw on best bets.
What if he wins? What if he comes back and beats me?
If he wins by betting all draws, I will salute him for being like, fuck it.
3 of them hit. He's up like 89.
What if he's like, oh, but and then like, we have to make a best bet. He's like, how about this? Yeah. And his best bet hits for the draw. It's like, oh, look, Johnny went up 130 units this week. It's like, yes, dude, if I lose to that, awesome. More importantly, if you lose to that, even better. Because I'm talking shit to you for like the whole year.
He always does.
It will make the show better for you guys. Yeah. So I like Kang. I just think the fight gets extended. I'm not big on Castaneda, and Kang like is kind of slick. It's almost like he's getting better. It's like weird. He's showing like improvements, and I think he stays safe. And then Castaneda just forces this crazy style where like I see cage grabs, I see ball shots. Like you need a ref to call it, but like I'm going Kang Castaneda. We are done, guys. 6:49 p.m. on the East Coast. Cody has a show in 10 minutes. Cody is working a schedule this week that is akin to like,
bruh. I have to do it for my dudes, man.
Cody, you've seen my like usual schedule during a week. Even I think you're pushing a crazy pace this week,
bro. Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the time, like I can't even do shows during the week, like at all. But like like my dudes hit me up. So yeah, last night I did our boys' chronic combat conversation that I did. So I'm doing.
Those are my dudes, man.
Yeah,
Ty's cool, my dude, and Guru. You know he's all right. I'm busting balls, dude. They're the best, man.
Yep.
By the way, if you guys are watching this, go sub to their channel. They're like this close to 500.
Get them there.
Get those fuckers to 500. They deserve it. They work hard. Yep. Dude, they interview fighters. They're doing media shit. Like, dude, those guys like eat, like breathe, and the other shit. They love it. So, dude, give them a follow, man. Cody, tell the people where you will be next, and then in a couple of hours, and then you get to rest Friday, right?
No, I'm going to do 10 hours of tape study. I got to go eat at my daughter's school at 10:30 in the morning, and then I will be doing tape study for UFC Vegas 82.
I mean, you get to rest on content.
Of the videos, yeah.
You're on no shows Friday.
No shows, just chilling in the office, man. Doing all them, and
I'm ruining it for you, because this is your
Friday. Yeah. So I'm doing my show after this, and then I'm gonna do Mushroom MMA show. So check that out at 10 p.m. on Mushroom MMA's channel. Get his subs up too, man. He deserves it. He puts in all the hard work, and yeah, man. I did the whole East Coast scene tonight and yesterday. You know, I did the New York and Philly scene, dude, and I love it.
You see this? I'm following you. By the way, it's multiple Parsons.
Let's go.
Parsons. Now, I'm next week. I didn't know in advance this was going to be the Parsons Medic fight.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, before I let you go, I'll promote it as midnight tonight, Lou and Monk's happy hour, or I'll be fucking hammered by that point. And I'll watch this great Bears game. Have you looked into the Parsons Urosh Medic fight?
No, I have. I've only wrote the stuff down. I know Medic's a big favorite, but I'm gonna deep
Parsons
dive into
plus
that.
210.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I'm just gonna let you know this right now. Parsons. So like in 1776, America happened, right? And then nothing happened for 350 years until Johnny Parsons went into England.
I had to check the hot chocolate out
and crushed hot chocolate. Parsons is the only so 350 years, nothing happened in American history
Then
until
boom.
Parsons represented America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm blindly betting him, and I give no fucks about tape. I give no fucks about anything. I will be torturing the shit out of Uncle Weezy. I mean, I'm sorry. There's a YouTube account, Johnny Parsons, who I have on authority, will be torturing the shit out of Uncle Weezy. It's definitely not me.
I think I've seen him around me and Yanni K's channel.
It's definitely not me.
It's the opposite
but
of me.
He's a handsome devil. He's a cold-hearted, handsome devil like I am. So all props to Mr. Parsons. Cody, thank you so much, dude. Love doing the show with you today.
Great show, dude.
I'd say good luck in Brady's competition. You know I'm lying. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Taking the lead back next time, you son of a.
I expect
dude,
nothing less.
I hope that when I'm done with week 9, I hope we are deadlock tied. I don't even mean any difference.
Dude, that last show would be so. It's still.
Because if I had a lead on you, I'm telling you right now. I told Brady if I had the lead on you, I was gonna price this right the shit out of you.
And just to the exact.
I was gonna $1 you after every prop. Thank you so much, guys. Good luck. Next week, I have no idea. I think it's Effie. It's Effie or Tyler.
My dude, Effie and
I
Tyler
literally have
from
no.
138.
Effie and Tyler are my next 2 guests. I am not sure.
That's my dudes. That's my dudes.
Guys, good luck. Protect your bag. See you soon, and take care.
I'll see you guys, man. See you guys later.